What is going on? I'm Cole. I'm joined here with my co-host Blake. Blake, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. I'm ready to talk about some crazy fucking Muppets.
Some Muppets, you say?
Muppets, puppets, or no,
Puppets,
yeah, I guess
Muppets,
Muppets aren't Sesame Street, right? What do they call the Sesame Street things?
Muppet. I think those are Muppets too.
They're all Muppets. It's all the same.
I don't. I guess
It's all the same genre, or is it a gender? No, it's a
definitely
being.
not a gender.
A species. A species. There it is. That's the word I was looking for.
Given what we know, the term Muppets, yes, the Sesame Street characters are in fact Muppets. Now you know.
Now you know. The more you know.
The more you know. This is a really weird start. So we're talking about a book. It's called Survival Street. We'll probably get to that in a second. But how you been? How you been? What is it? It's a Tuesday.
It is, man. It's Tuesday. Dude, shit's crazy right now. Like, I definitely signed up for too much stuff. Like, I've like big live streams coming up that I need to like study for.
Have you ever just considered what I used to do?
Just going in blind.
Winging it.
There have been times, but now like when all these like creatives have come to me like privately and been like, you know what we really appreciate about you, Blake, is you do the research and read the books and everybody can tell. So if there was a day where I just didn't like have any fucking idea what was going on, like it would totally be like they would be like, oh, he's fucking up now. Like he's there.
He just mailed it in for me
Yeah,
specifically.
yeah. But no, yeah. Tomorrow I'm Tyler Crook's coming on the show to talk about Lonesome Hunters, and then Thursday Dave DeWanch is coming on to talk like Jenny Zero and Astroneers and his new Banshees from Scout, and then next week I got another bunch of live streams and Sunday I'm going to be on X's for Show. I'm doing a guest appearance on a podcast because why not? I don't have shit else to do, right?
When I was supposed to just read stuff for podcasts, I decided that why don't I go on another podcast?
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's actually like they taught me. I used to do X's for podcast. It used to be X's for podcast. Now it's X's for Show because they do live streams. But I used to be on their show semi frequently talking about the new X-Men comics every Sunday, and those guys like for real like taught me to be like comfortable with myself on the mic and like the reason I talk so much and go on tangents and am so comfortable being my clusterfuck self is their fault. So
so you gotta tag me in a post with them so I can complain to them. Wow.
like now I have to deal with this guy.
Why'd you let this dude go off the rails? So let's say hi to the people in the chat. We got my buddy over there at Comics by the Bay. Hey,
What's
how's
up,
it going,
dude?
Matt? How you doing? We got Las Cruces all the way from New Mexico. We got Couchin and Slouchin with Sea Bizzle. How is it going, Sea Bizzle? We've got Collecting with Durs, and he is a fan of Survival Street. I know that when we posted, or maybe I posted this, I don't know. He said that he was the only person that he thought that read it. We got Chaos Comics. The writer was on a good podcast ran by a PhD on superhero media stories. Wow. Thanks for saying that we're not a good podcast.
I mean, we're not a podcast, are we?
So
what is it? What is there?
I don't, dude. YouTube's weird, but I think it's technically a podcast. I'm pretty sure that Bruce over at Bruce and Stephanie love this book. I could be wrong. Hey, how's it going, W Vogs? How are you doing? And what the threshold for me to get a link today? If we get 20 people in the chat, if we get 16 people in the chat, we'll send you the link, and hopefully you don't show up again. Part 2.
Yeah, didn't we send him a link before? And yeah. Also, like everybody, it's so cool that a lot of you come back every week. Like we really appreciate you. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Yeah, when we're talking about books,
like, I like that. That'd be a good podcast network name.
Yeah. Well, what do you? Oh, this is the bummer, dude. I think we got to rotate to the next side next time.
Why?
I don't know. You're covered with chaos and comics.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I see that. Chaos is all over my face.
Yeah. So,
my face is splattered with chaos.
Yum. So, all right, we're talking about the book Survival Street. This is a trade paperback that comes out tomorrow.
Yeah.
From Dark Horse Comics. So let's go ahead. The creatives we got writer James Asmus, Jim Festaint. We got artist Ably Kazonov.
Yeah.
really bad at it. Colorist Ellie Wright, and we got cover artist, same as the original artist. I'm pretty sure that is it Taylor or Tyler Esposito that does the letters on this one?
Taylor.
They are not mentioned on Dark.
What a sleaze bag. Not him, but the fact. Well, at least he's on the title page at least.
He's on the title page, which is weird that he wouldn't be on the actual like blurby blurb. I just have the Dark Horse page up.
Oh.
This is where I get all like the stuff that we're gonna do. But yeah,
it's not just them though. Like AWA, like I love their books, and sorry to like call you out, but sometimes you gotta fucking like really try to find out who the letter is for AWA book, because it won't be on their website, and they typically don't include the title page in their review copies. And
I never think about that because I always have them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so you don't have to worry about it. Yeah, so people chuds like me who don't buy the comics and just read the review copies.
I'm pretty sure they send all that stuff in the press email though.
Oh, maybe
if you read your emails, but yeah, and it's okay, man. If you can be here, you can be here. If you can't, you can't. That is all good. We got Steven Hayner. How's it going, Steven?
What up, Steven?
Oh, excuse me.
Muppets, gang violence, and politics. Yeah. This is proof. I've said this before, but this is another reason why that comic books are stronger with politics occasionally.
Dude, I thought this book was going to be just pretty silly. It is a lot less silly than I wanted to. So here, let me read this little blurb here before we get into it. Survival Street is an action satire tearing through a dystopia packed with economic and humanistic cautionary tales. That's good enough, dude. I can't read today, so hey, congratulations to me. This is a book. My blurb is, this book is loosely the Muppets if the world decides that they want to let corporations run their own nation states.
Yeah. Not a good idea, apparently. Well, not a good idea for poor people and children, I guess.
Yeah, or also it's weird, like the puppets can just move freely. That's a thing.
Yeah, they are.
There are no strings
they're real. No strings attached.
Although there is definitely a little bit. There is a reference in one of those where they said, "I'm going to shove that up their hand hole." So like it's weird that the puppets definitely have a hand hole, which I'm assuming that's like their way of saying butthole, and so this is the weird thing about it. It definitely has some involvement, but I think it's still pretty fun. It might not be dumb fun. Also, the bummer here is he's mentioning Big Bird. There's a character named Birdie who you can see over Blake's shoulder.
Yeah, she
has blue hair.
No, this one.
Yeah, and she is definitely not a bird.
Yeah, definitely not.
Which I don't know.
And my favorite character is Corporal Punishment, who just is like fucking Rambo the puppet, and just has great like one-liners, and I mean just loves to murder people and does so great. I love the art, like everything. I actually love everything about this book.
I'll put the first page is definitely not a great page to show for just art specifically, but this is the first page, and this is the timeline of America, and this is kind of the second page, right? So we've got this, ooh, this is weird. Apparently, I'm not going in order, right? Oh, so here's the Muppets. Yeah, Corporal Fairness is the original name. And so there's definitely in this book, I took two puppets. I have a son who loves Sesame Street. There are two puppets that I think are technically like ripoffs of the actual ones, and the rest are kind of there. There's what's her name?
Gurgle?
Gurgle is loosely the Cookie Monster, but she likes ice cream.
And is like feverishly addicted to it.
Yeah.
So always chasing that brain freeze, baby.
Yeah, stick it up your handhole. Yeah. And then there's another character. I want to say his name is Milo. He is
Elmo, right?
Yeah, he's Elmo.
Yeah.
He refers to himself in the third person, and he is a very like minor character in this book in the grand scheme of things. Elmo decides to sell out. Well, Elmo doesn't really sell out, but kind of sells out, right?
Yeah, he's very much, he's like indifferent to everything, and
he's doing what he thinks is the best.
Yeah,
and it still involves talking to the media and being nice to kids and trying to tell kids what to do, but in a very like owned corporate way.
Yeah. Who is Birdie then? You think? 'Cause she looks like Bert,
Yeah, Bert maybe.
like Bert and Ernie together.
Yeah,
Birdie.
Birdie.
Huh.
Yeah, maybe that's what that is, but
The more you know.
I don't know. But she doesn't have the characteristics that they have, I think.
No, definitely not. Well, I mean, I guess none of them do because they've all been like broken and demolished and
Yeah.
morally bankrupt, right?
Yeah, so you kind of get these things. Here's this is also another little character. I love this too. The little like they're doing like political talk here, and I'm pretty sure the idea is that the guy with the mustard, like the one on the right, is swings politically one way, and I'm talking about the bottle panel here, and the
Yeah.
one on the left swings the other way, like politically, which is funny because they're loosely the same person, right?
Yeah, that's there's a lot of great commentary and metaphor in this is a deep, troubling narrative that we did not really think that we were going to get into and tackle. I thought it was going to be like Sesame Street after the apocalypse, right? And
Yeah.
it's the world hasn't ended. It's just the freedom has, right? And it's freedom. I think of that great Team America quote. Freedom isn't free. It costs $1.05, right? But in this narrative, no one can afford the $1.05, and then just all the stuff with kids. The stuff with kids is so fucked up. The rich people buy and sell children, basically to like harvest their organs and make them. They make these kids be like firemen
for the place like in the worst situation that you would have it, right? Yeah, like this is a great thing, right? You can see these kids kind of over here that they're like buying and selling for corporations to use as like child workers, right? We got Trev. Hey, what's going on, Trev?
What's up, Trev?
But yeah, I don't know, man. This book is a trip. I remember seeing it and being like, nah, this isn't for me. I don't like fun.
Well, what'd you think of it? What'd you think of it after reading 4 issues?
I don't know that what I would classify this as would be considered fun, right? I think this is a good book. I really enjoyed this book. I think that if you hate, it's weird, right? Because I would say that politics are in this book, and it definitely leads in a more liberal direction.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I want to say that like I feel like you can go into this without caring about these types of politics and find this book good. I mean, the general idea is if you believe, unless you think that big corporations should rule the world, I think you'll mostly agree with this. They probably, that's right. I mean, I don't know. There's probably like a few things. I know that there's some weird, like, there's like a town that's named after guns, right? Or
yeah.
like
I love the
but like
it's the WRA, right? Instead
Yeah.
of the NRA, I think.
Yeah, and like I don't know, like so. I mean, I think that this gets into like a political, but I don't think like I don't know. It's weird. Like I don't know that it's really anything that would be like crazy political when you're just thinking that they're just saying like the big political part is that corporations own these places. And I mean, they call it like Fox News instead of Fox News. So I guess there is some of that, but like, and there's, the talking points that are very like, what people are saying. Like, these are the talking points that you see on a thing, right? It's big things like blah, 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 here's crazy stuff. And then they try to swing it, right? Like, oh, why are we big corporations, the bad people, when these Muppets are killing our people? Like, well, they're also trying, their whole goal is literally to protect kids. So that's the thing we didn't really get into, right? There's these kids, corporations buy these cities, they start to do this whole thing. And the whole idea is that they're setting up, like they're going and rescuing kids and trying to take over corporations because at the end of the day, no matter what it takes, they want kids to be safe. Because that's loosely like what Sesame Street or what was this called? Salutation Street is the name of it in the story. And we got my buddy. What is going on, 22 Comics? We also got Kenneth Bird. How's it going? Yeah, and if you guys see, if you use the hashtag handhole, you have a chance to win this book.
I didn't see the banner, and I was like, why is everybody doing hashtag handhole? Then I saw the banner. I was like,
I figure that's a good one because as we mentioned, that's a thing. These are puppets, and so overall, what are your general thoughts? I think we kind of skip that spot that we normally start with here.
I am infatuated and in love with this book. It was nothing like I thought it would be. And the violence, like just the rampant, wonderful, gloriously illustrated violence, and just the knocks against America, right? And some of these elements, because like we don't care about kids. Well, I mean, not we as in a general sense. So what's up, Ignacio? um but I like how they took that like even further, right? About like, well, like, what if all the kids got left behind and no one really cared about them, and just like, the elements of servitude and just the chaos of it all. Oh God, I said chaos. But
Okay, ask a guy.
but it really did surprise me, and it continued to surprise me as the book went on, and I was just I loved it. I did, and I really liked the art. I kind of want to get the singles, because those virgin variants
Oh
that
yeah,
are
those
just
are
the
sweet.
faces, like I would really like to have those a lot. Like those need to be in my collection.
And we got the Canadian icon, Travis, aka TM Nerdy, up in the house.
Nice.
This is a mug that he sent me. I think I am the only person that owns it. It has nipple clamps on it. And it also has a broken X-Acto knife. We'll set that over there. Apparently, I'm setting up mugs. I was gonna drink.
Mug?
I was gonna drink out of this one today, but I forgot about it. And yeah, so Shop for Comics, the guy who does this, has all of the little shop verse people on the back of this one. So
that's dope.
I'm gonna be giving one of these away on my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, which I was supposed to set a date for that. I created a date, and then it's past that date.
It's gonna turn into a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. Cole is shit in followers, ladies and gentlemen. Like, he's just
that sounds like a bad thing.
Okay, well, I mean, they're just coming naturally. Just like he's like his YouTube seeds have been planted, and he's growing exponentially. So he's just always getting. Every time I look, he's got like another 100 followers. It's crazy.
I mean, they see the mustache and they come. So what's going on? Izzy?
That's why I shaved. I wanted to. Yeah. I was like,
yeah, I forgot we got the
YouTube
dueling
magic.
mustaches. I should have made a hashtag on that, but that's too much work. So, but yeah, so this is the thing, right? I think this book is fun. I think it's good. I mean, there definitely is some political stuff in here, but like, I don't know that it will take it. I don't know. I guess if you're like super right winged, you will probably hate this.
Oh
book.
yeah, you probably wouldn't like it at all, or maybe you'll love it because this is the world you dream of because you're a sick fuck. But I don't know. I don't.
Like, that's the thing, though. I think too, the weird thing about it is that I do know that there are some people that are very right wing too that also hate corporations, right?
Yeah.
And they're essentially so maybe you will think this is funny in the satire, right? I just think that they do make some talking points, and one of the things we kind of talked about when we were in the green room here is that we read the blurb at the end, and it's funny because they said they created this kind of as a way that is just 100% like was supposed to be about day-to-day life, and then they just turned it into post-apocalyptic world. So it seems like even like a way crazy scratch. But yeah, you were talking about those virgin variants are sweet. They're all like close-up faces.
Yeah,
I wish I should. I'll find one real quick.
They're like big color bleed photos, and they're just like totally borderless, and I love them. I also like this cover behind me. I really liked too, which on previews they looked like a virgin variant. They didn't have any dress on them, so I don't know if they're like that in real life or not.
Yeah, I don't know. I
don't really do the single thing anymore, and I liked this book so much, and I liked the cover so much. I'm like, I kind of want these in my life.
Yeah, and Tony Fleece does one of them, I think, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the one that I really love, the one with the baby and its little
the mobile, yeah.
Yeah, the mobile was just all guns.
It's like Guns for Tots or something. Is that what they call it? The program?
Oh, yeah, they're trying to give like one of the things that they're trying to do in this book is they're trying to start giving like infant. Dude, I thought when that happened, and this is a slight spoiler, so maybe I'll turn the spoiler on, but it's not really. I mean, most of the stuff. I mean, I don't know. This is a kind of book where I don't think there's like one or two things that's like, oh, this is gonna spoil something. But at the end of the day, I think this is one of those books that like like action movies per se, right?
Yeah.
Most heavy action, like you can't ruin stuff in John Wick. I don't really think. I've only seen the first John Wick, but if you're just like, dude, he just goes and he kills like 97 people. Like,
Yeah.
oh, maybe he shot one dude in the hamstring and that was crazy. Like, but I don't know. Like a lot of those action movies, I don't really think that there's like crazy stuff like that. I don't like anyone equally. Yeah, that's a good way to be. But but yeah, I think that I don't know. This is kind of like a funny thing because yeah, I went into this the first night that I read it. It was like a weird night, and I read a lot of comics that day. I think it was on like Saturday or Sunday. Probably read like somewhere between 5 and 10 issues of comics. And I was going to bed, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna restart Survival Street. It's gonna be kind of like stuff in like 5 seconds, like 5 pages in, you're just like, that is not what I thought this book was going to be. Hey, what is going on, John W. Part-Times Comics? But I think that this is sweet. Oh yeah, and I know that Iggy actually saw this, but John Wick is wicked awesome.
I know. So I keep seeing people talk about it, and I really want to. I don't go to the movie theater a lot these days,
yeah.
And I'm unemployed, so like spending $20 on a movie ticket is isn't like on my top. He does kill a guy with a pencil. Also, doesn't Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne, doesn't he kill someone with a pen, or he like fights a guy with a ballpoint pen in one of those movies too?
I'm sure that Tom Cruise has killed a dude with a pen,
probably, and if not, he'll do it in one of the next 25 Mission Impossibles. They just keep making them. But yeah, everybody keeps talking about John Wick, and it's so intriguing, right? And because I told this to somebody, like, it's the 4th movie in a franchise. What series do you know the 4th movie gets talked about like that outside of the MCU? I could not think of anything.
Like, I don't even know movies like that have off. 4.
Well, I mean, like Mission Impossible, Jurassic Park.
Well, but does Jurassic Park really count as 4?
Well, I mean, it's got Jurassic Park in the name.
Yeah, but it was like 3 that were together, and then like 2 new ones.
Yeah. So yeah, there's 5.
Yeah, but like I don't, and I guess
the original cast even comes back in the new one.
Oh, okay. I've never seen any of the ones with Chris Pratt in them.
Oh yeah, well in the new
I don't even
one,
know
like
if I saw the 3rd one.
Sam Neill, and I haven't seen the brand new one, but like Sam Neill and Dr. Ellie or whatever her name is. Like,
oh
she
yeah, the
back,
girl.
like, yeah.
The Expendables apparently, because
who
showed up in the 4th Expendable?
I don't know.
Right.
Ronda Rousey, right? Or was she in the 3rd one? Gross. We don't talk about stinky girls on this podcast.
No, I don't know. I did like it's weird. So like I say some stuff like that. Oh, apparently there are 6 Jurassic World.
There's 6? Wait.
But I guess the 4th one then technically would be the first one in the 2nd saga that's got Chris Pratt. People talk about, oh, dude, if they make this is definitely not what he said. If they make a Bad Boys 4, I'm talking about that.
I thought movie. They were going to do that.
Do people like Fast and the Furious 4?
Yes, they're all gems, and it's because it's all about family and families. We don't talk poorly about America's greatest film franchise.
So during COVID, me and my wife watched like all the Halloween movies. I think we watched all the Jason movies.
Oh, there's other ones that have more than 4 movies too. Then.
And like, well, yeah, but those ones are. I try not to talk about movies that like I wasn't available in real life to see the 4th movie. So the 4th Batman would be Batman Begins.
Yep.
Right. No, that's a lie. The 4th Batman is George Clooney in it, and it's awful, and no one liked it.
That's Batman and Robin with the bat nipples. Yeah.
I guess there's 4. See, like these
Alicia
are weird though.
Like, oh, is Batgirl though? In her prime?
Gross. We don't talk about gross. Just kidding. No. So usually when female wrestlers, and I immediately say gross, usually I feel like people think it's just because like I don't know. I don't like Ronda Rousey because she's kind of boring to me, and it's like, oh, she's so strong. She was an MMA
kind of
fighter.
Asshole too? Like...
Yeah, and she like makes fun of I don't know.
Yeah.
Like some people Scream. Yeah, Scream. The 4th Scream movie is. I feel like the 2nd one's the worst one for me.
I like how we were both like, what movies have 4 movies? Yeah. And there's shit tons of them.
I mean, there's at least 4 Star Wars movies. And technically, when that 4th one came out, dude, I was alive and I went and saw it in theaters. I was pumped. Yeah. I thought Jar Jar Binks was sweet because I was loosely somewhere between the ages of 7 and 13 when that
Oh,
came out. And that's
Misa
like
disappointed in you.
you didn't like Jar Jar Binks when you
I
were
don't really. I think he's kind of annoying. Have you read the theory about how he's like he was supposed to be like the most powerful Sith in the
yeah.
galaxy? Like
And then
that would
Jar
have
Jar
been kind of cool, but I don't know. Like his voice was just kind of. But I didn't hate him. I didn't hate any of the Star
You
Wars
thought it was
movies.
funny. You thought it was funny when you
Yeah,
were
it
a
was kind of
kid.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that we're the same age. You thought that was funny when you
Yeah.
first saw Jar Jar Binks, and you're like, "Oh, look at this little silly dude! This little dude! Pod racing is sweet."
Yeah. Look at Annie. Oh, look at little Annie the pod racer. Gross.
So is he
I'm gonna
dated?
start saying that. Oh yeah, I mean she was all our girlfriends. She was America's girlfriend growing up, right?
Well, what? How old did you think that I was?
This could get offensive real quick. I thought you guys were like 50. Fuck you, man. Not yet.
I mean, that movie came out in 1990. Oh, wow. So actually, I lied. I completely lied on my age. I was loosely 14 when that movie came out.
When what movie came out?
Star Wars 1.
Oh wow, we were that old? That's crazy.
It came out in 1999.
Wow.
I swore I thought it came out in like 97, but I also felt like it could have came out in 1994.
Yeah, I just remember that coming out, right? And then like the three movies and everybody being excited about it, and Samuel L. Jackson and his purple lightsaber.
Dude, the purple lightsaber.
He like fought for that too. Apparently, he was like,
yeah.
He was like, no, I'll be in your movie. I get a purple lightsaber, and Lucas was like, you can't have a purple lightsaber, and he was like, I'm Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be Nick Fury, motherfucker. And
This is
like,
the only movie that I don't swear in that isn't a Marvel movie.
So, side note, I didn't realize Secret Invasion came out in a couple months or 3 months.
June.
Yeah, 6 months. What is it? 6?
That's 3 months.
3 months. Yeah, 3 months. I just didn't realize. Like Marvel keeps doing it. There's so much content out. Like I miss it, and I'm like, oh, this is out now. I still haven't seen Ant-Man. Anyway, remember we're talking about.
I also haven't seen Ant-Man.
Like, I'm waiting for it to stream. Like, why? I'm not.
Yeah, so loosely the way that my life works is I get to see 2 movies in theater
And like, what kind of time period?
a year.
Okay.
One of them was Black Panther because my wife wanted to go. Well, my mother-in-law was like, "Hey, I heard the new Black Panther movie came out. You want me to babysit so you and Cole can go see that?"
Wow.
Like, hey, why don't we go see this Black Adam movie? And my wife's like, what's that? And I was like, it's got The Rock. She's like, no. And I said, okay. So then we went and saw Black Panther. And who knows? There might be another DC movie that comes out this year. Maybe I'll go see that.
I mean, you go see Shazam. I hear everybody loves it. Everybody, they just can't say enough good things about it. Apparently,
I don't know. I feel like some people really liked it, and
like 3 people have said it's good. No, some people that like I trust that haven't said anything about it. That they were just like, I went and saw it, and I was like, "What'd you think about it?" And they're like, "It was fun." And then there's a lot of other. I think didn't Izzy like it? He's still in the. Oh yeah, Flash and Batman are coming.
Oh, and an Aquaman.
Oh wow.
So I saw both of
Just
these
can't
movies,
keep up
and
with
I'm
this
not
stuff.
sure that I would 100% agree with that, but I don't necessarily.
I mean, one made me cry and one didn't. That definitely happened. Yeah, I thought Izzy liked Shazam.
Oh, look at you. It must be nice being able to go see movies. Blue Beetle. Man, I don't even know anymore.
That's insane. Yeah, how do you guys keep up with this shit? I got books to read. I got interviews to do. Cole keeps me busy.
Well, what you should do, what you got to do now is you just invite somebody like Anthony Cleveland on and be like, "Hey, Anthony Cleveland, you want to watch a movie with me?" And he'd probably just talk to you while you both watch the same movie.
Yeah, that's people keep telling me that to do that in like that's like a Patreon thing now, is like you do like a mystery science theater thing and have like a few people on, and
so you get 10. Well, yeah, you could have 10 people.
That's too many. Well, no, because because that'd be weird.
Well,
you'd have to
have
do like
9
a watch
other
party.
people.
You'd have to do a watch party and simultaneously a live stream.
But you wouldn't actually be live streaming it.
Oh, you wouldn't?
Well, you could either. So what we could do is like, for example, right? We could do this. And if you have 10 other people, they'd just all be over on that side and we'd be watching the movie on this screen.
Okay, well then, I mean, you could do 4. 4 would be doable. With
But
the
if you watch
screenshots.
any movie on a YouTube thing, you're gonna get flagged with copy strikes.
But that's what I was saying. It's like if you had one screen, I don't know how that would work. Fucking technology. Because I mean, you could do like an Amazon Prime watch party, and then live stream your panel, and just all you guys are watching it and talking it.
Yeah, the issue with that is one person's gonna have lag, then somebody's gonna be like,
yeah.
"Oh my gosh, this ruined it." So Comic Book Poser used to do this thing on Discord where we'd watch movies like that because you can do it. But I don't know, it gets hard because you can't all watch. So you could like watch it on Discord. I don't know. Hand Holia. That is my favorite hand. So we were talking about a book. This book has Muppets in it. It's called Survival Street.
It's from Dark Horse.
It's from Dark Horse. It comes out tomorrow. It is
I
4
feel
issues.
Like Dark Horse has been dropping some heat lately. Like
I think the thing that Dark Horse has always had good books because usually what they do is they kind of let these things in, right? They've got Hellboy, they've got Black Hammer, right? They've got these things that have some legs on them.
Mm-hmm.
And then they like now with Matt Can't getting his own thing. Isn't Bendis getting his thing on there? I think Jeff Lemire got a thing on over there.
Is home. David Mack has an exclusive with them, which you guys can find out if you go to my YouTube channel and watch my interview with David Mack from Planet Comic Con. He talks about that a little bit. And then someday I'll drop that Matt Kent interview. I'm just letting him simmer.
Like, literally my favorite thing.
It's gonna be like the first time I interviewed Ryland Grant, and like Ryland came on the show, and then like all these people had Kickstarters and like needed stuff released ASAP because they're very some Kickstarter people are very demanding, and I get it's fine. I'm not talking shit because I know Kickstarter is stressful and they need PR help, and it's they need to get the word out. But I started doing all this Kickstarter stuff, right? And then so like some weeks I would do 2 interviews, and every week like Ryland Grant's interview kept getting pushed back. I sat on his interview for like 5 months before I released it. Like I made a joke in a live stream, and like Marcus Nasso from By the Horns, like I talked about it in a live stream he was on. Him and Travis, my best of the one best of the year show I did, like they both co-hosted with me, and I admitted to that, and like the next day Marcus was like, Blake, so much for having me on. He was like, I can't wait to come on the show and watch it again like 5 months later. And I was like, ha 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 ha. But then I bought a whole bunch of books from Ryland Grant's store because I was sure he hated me, and I put in like this $100 order for all his books from his store, and then released the episode. But yeah, we laugh about it now. He has another. I'm about to on Wednesday tomorrow. I'm dropping his interview for his new book on Kickstarter, which we barely talk about during the whole time. He wants me to like do a fill-in at the beginning and say, just a reminder, we're here to talk about this book that we don't really talk about for the hour and a half that we talk. But he told me that he was like, he goes, Blake, I want to come on your show because I know we're going to talk about everything else but my Kickstarter, and I'm kind of burned out on talking about my Kickstarter. And I was like, cool, like you get me. And then we did that, and then he was like, oh wait, I guess we probably should have said something about my book. Anyway, Survival Street's amazing. It's really good. Until you get something that I just got a refund for that. I was really excited for that literary tarot. Not that I'm like a tarot person, right? But all these like Jonathan Hickman, Brian Bendis, Scott Snyder, they all worked on these tarot cards, and they took like big iconic pieces of literature and tied them into cards in the tarot deck. And I'm really into Rachel Pollack, right? And so she was very much into tarot, and like wrote this like influential book about tarot reading and how to learn that. And so I was going to get this deck, I was going to get her book, and I was just going to kind of see what it was all about. The deck was $60, right? Very expensive tarot card deck. And then they sent a bill out after the fact, and they were like, you owe us $25 for shipping, even though on their page when we all signed up for it, their estimation was $9 for shipping. So yeah, I just asked for a refund, and I got that, and I'm still, I was kind of bummed, but I was like $70, like almost $80 for a tarot card deck. For something I'm not even really into. Like that's an omnibus, right? I could get like a really cool book that I want. I could buy 6 copies of Survival Street. I
Oh
don't know
wait,
why,
what?
but
It's only $20, so you could get 3 copies of it.
well, oh yeah, okay.
Four
Math's
if
not my
you're with a
strong
K.
suit.
But
Or if
also, like,
we-
think if you had that tarot card deck, you could be in a short. This is my daily tarot card reading.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sure that would take.
We
Doesn't
got
Donnie Cates' ex-wife does that a lot? She
yeah,
does
we
the
got the
last reading.
hand of green. This is the one that if you get this, you make money,
What?
and corporations want money, and they run the world of Survival Street.
Nice segue.
Yeah, the best dude. Also, the weird thing is, like, I don't know how Dark Horse kind of approves something for them to do in this book. One of the corporation towns is Nestle, and they
Yeah.
charge people for water as they're trying to put out a forest fire. And it's just like specifically named Nestle.
Yeah.
It's like that seems like something
With a
that
Y though. It's like
Yeah,
Nestle with a Y. And I love how they're like, well, you can't, you guys can't come in, but here's some
chocolate for the
bars
kids.
There's so many insanely dark moments that are kind of laugh out loud funny, and then you feel like guilty for laughing. That's kind of why I like this book so much, is because it is very funny and it is very fresh. But then when you laugh and then you think about why you're laughing, and then you think, I mean, especially like right now with some of the stuff in the news I don't want to get into because it's sad and dark and stuff. But like with how they make fun of the NRA and like there's this whole town that's like run by it's the WRA, and they're like we talked about earlier, like they're younger and younger. They want to give like kids guns, like when they like the old jokes about how like when you wanted to get people addicted to smoking, you got to get them young, and it's just like they want these toddlers to have all these guns and everybody and the town is just so stupid, and you can duel it's like
Yeah.
the Wild West.
It's martial law.
Yeah.
So if you duel and you win, it changes like laws,
Yeah.
like it's real. So if you're like, I want your horse, let's duel, and I kill you. Like I could say, I want Blake Buzz, and then if I shot you in the street, I'm the captain now. Buzz, buzz, baby.
Yeah. So it was very, very intriguing, and yeah, that one cover with the mobile and the child's crib is so.
Who's
good.
is that? There's like this actor turned robot that's like part of the group, and I think that's after a real person. But all he says is, "My cold dead hands," or "From my cold dead hands."
Yeah. Oh, my video froze again.
Yeah. That's okay. You're back.
No, I'm not.
Well,
why is this happening on your show?
I blame it on Kansas. Just kidding. Do you live in Kansas or do you live in Missouri?
I
don't even know. Just kidding. It's Missouri.
Oh, here we go. We're back.
It's Google. They don't want you.
Yeah.
What the hell? They make fun of the NRA. So technically it's the WRA, which stands for, I think, weapons. I don't even know. What's going on, Signature King? How you doing? We're talking about Survival Street. And if you haven't seen, there's a scrolling thing at the bottom. If you enter that hashtag, you have a chance to win this trade at the end of the episode.
Mm-hmm. And it's a book you're going to want. I promise you.
Yeah. I think, it's weird because it is heavy.
Is it Charleston Heston, right?
Charleston. Yeah. But it's like
Heston,
Charles Westwood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, they make fun of the show Westworld in here, which is weird.
Yeah, they make fun of everything. They make fun of so much. I love how fearless the creatives were.
I lied too. That dude behind you in the box is loosely Oscar.
Oh, the trash goblin.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's blue. And I love how he wears a pin.
And he always has Molotov
cocktails.
Yeah.
I love it when he talks about when they're fighting the fire and he's like, I told you we should have brought bombs. And they're like, yeah, let's go into the fire with a whole bunch of explosives.
Who thinks going into a fire with explosives is a good idea? Well, I don't think it was a bad idea. Yeah.
And I love the hippo, like the one like who's still got like a heart of gold, but he's like also is really good at, they're all like really good at murdering people, but he's still like, we gotta save the kids and friendship is great and everything.
I only did this because all I want to do is be nice to the kids. But yeah, like it's funny too because they'll start to get like they'll get shot and like just fluffing, right? They have to get refluffed. I think another line that they use is like, "What the fluff?"
I like it when they find the hippo costume and realize that humans were like putting on their costumes and pretending to be them. And what do they call? They were like,
They say,
like,
"Isn't that
you could have at
fur
least got
face?"
you could have at least got another texture to do it. They call it like when they're instead of like.
Oh yeah, what did they say? Yeah, I think it's. Yeah, I don't know. I think that is it, but I could be wrong.
I've got it on my of course. Like now, let's just scroll through 100 pages of comic. Hold on, guys. We'll figure
this is a point in time where we scroll through a comic. If you want to see a sticker of Supergirl, here it is. It's upside down.
Oh, a people of texture. That's
people
what
of texture.
I found that pretty quickly.
Well, you just had to get towards the end.
Yeah, but yeah, it's so good. I can't talk enough about the art. Like the art is so wonderful. Ablay Kusyanov and Ellie Wright is awesome and is a great colorist. And then like of course Taylor Esposito is great on like anything he does. He's one of the top tier letters in the game. And so yeah, every page looks good, has great layouts. You know, the big panels look great, the characters look great. The action is wonderful. You can see like them shooting off an RPG right here.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite like scenes I think of this, and it's
that's like right at the beginning too. Like it starts with like this fucking Muppet just firing
shooting a rocket out of Winnebago.
And then like right after that, it was when we like learn about the kids and the President Junior is like talking and he's like, and if you want a deal on buying these kids, you get one cheaper if you buy one of our condos from our new condo complex. And it's just like,
or it's funny too. Yeah, he's the president of the country. And he's like, hey, can you refill this script for me? That's your daughter's Adderall script or whatever.
Yeah, they like knock on his door and he's got all these lines cut out on his desk. And he's like, chill out. It's just Adderall. I have a prescription. Like, yeah, it's such a crazy book. And I mean, you know, there was another president, a junior president that often got accused of, you know, using the nose, using the booger sugar. So, you know, I mean, there's a lot of deep cuts in here. What's up, Shop?
Got to show off the mug.
Is he the one who did that?
Yeah, he did all of the.
Dude, that's so cool. Like, that's so awesome. Like, that's the coolest cup ever.
Blake, what's your least favorite superhero?
Oh my god. Oh my god. I don't even know. I don't even know. I want to say like Blue Beetle because I just don't fucking care about him.
So, Shop, if you can make a Blue Beetle inspired one for Blake, that would be awesome. Yeah, that is very mugtastic. I love that.
Yeah, but I don't need
somebody else is already Blue Beetle.
Oh yeah,
down there.
I really don't know who my least favorite hero is.
What are your thoughts on Super Bro?
Super Bro?
Super Pro.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what Bearded is.
Yeah. Is he really? Oh, I could be the
but which is your fave?
My favorite is you know, I'm so fucking cliche, like Wolverine. Or Batman. Like,
I know another person that's set up as Wolverine, and I know somebody else that's set up as Batman.
Yeah, things that everybody, or like a Ninja Turtle. Like,
there are a lot less Batmans than I think. Only the second Batman came today.
Like,
and how many of these have you done?
Body.
Yeah, Tapia is Blue Beetle. Yeah, there are no Ninja Turtles. I was slightly surprised on that, but they're kind of hard when you have like faces.
Yeah. I heard someone say like Ninja Turtles weren't superheroes, and I don't think I talked to them anymore, and that's why.
I mean, to be fair, Batman isn't a superhero.
Yeah, he's not super. Yeah, he's just a rich.
95.
95 what?
That's how many of those he's done.
Wow. That's crazy. That's a lot. I haven't done 95 of anything. Actually, that's a lie. I've written over 100 reviews and interviewed over 100 creatives.
I'm sure you've done 99 beer drinks.
Oh, yeah, probably. 99 bong rips. Probably a lot more.
That's like illegal in your state, I think.
No, it's not.
Oh, not anymore?
It's totally legal.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. I did not know that about there.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, drugs are bad, but, you know.
Yeah, I mean, unless it's a prescription, then you
Yeah.
can do it if you're the president.
But yeah, it's recreationally legal now. It's not, you don't even have to have a medical card anymore.
Yeah, 95 was a good year. It was 4 years before Jar Jar Binks made his first big screen appearance.
And was it? Wait, did the Ninja Turtle movie come out in '92 or I think it came out in '92. I don't know what happened in '95. I don't remember. '95 X-Men animated series was out in '95, right?
No, that was 96.
Oh, really?
Well, I looked up what big happened, and O.J. Simpson was found non-guilty in '95. That's one of the things that happened.
Wow. I still remember the car chase and stuff on TV. Like everybody watching that, like transfixed on that white SUV driving around Hollywood. Crazy.
And now I'm just looking up at things that happened in 1995. The first ever World Book Day is celebrated on April 23rd.
Ooh. World Book Day.
Mm-hmm.
1995 events.
I don't know. This is not maybe the best site to look at. Timothy well, wait, what is it? I don't even know what's going on anymore. Maybe they'll.
Oh shit! Though, yeah, I just saw that too. I was like, oh, yeah.
Let's not talk about that.
Oh shit! Thanks for tuning into our show, everybody.
Apparently, I was 2 when Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't know when that actually happened, but Batman
DVDs were invented. I was working at Blockbuster in 1995.
You were at a
that
job?
Can't be right. That can't be right.
Dude, you were 10 years old in 1995.
What? Because I remember being at Blockbuster when DVDs came out. Because when I worked at Blockbuster, that can't be real. Because I remember Sharon, the store manager, she was like, "These aren't gonna last," and they were fucking DVDs and because I remember having to like rewind tapes that no one ever rewound, and like we like pulling all the tapes out and having to check them and rewind them.
They were first released November 1st, 1996, but invented in 1995.
Oh, okay. Because I was in high school. It was my junior year of high school was when I worked at Blockbuster. So I was what, 17, 16. Good times.
Tight.
It's a 95 PlayStation hit the US.
Okay, so it was June 15th, 2003 when weekly DVD videos in the United States rentals began outnumbering weekly VHS cassette rentals. So that's probably what you remember.
Yeah. But yeah, I definitely remember the manager being like, these aren't gonna last. I remember when like the tapes broke, like the film, we had like this little deal and you like put the tape in it and wrap the film around it and you could like tape the film back together and wind it back into the VHS, and like people would rent, oh my god, like people would rent VCRs and bring them. Like I remember this one time this person brought back a VCR and it just smelled like cat piss, and they were like, it was like that when we got it. I was like, I don't care, man.
Also, do cats pee on that kind of stuff?
Cats pee on everything, man. They're just like,
I mean, I had cats. I feel like they didn't pee on like electronics.
Well, then maybe they peed on it. Maybe
they were literally just cats.
Gross. It was gross human piss. I don't know, but it smelled very, very bad. And I was like, I did not want to like touch it or check it in. And I was just like, ugh. I also remember one time this dude, he was like a biker guy, like in leathers, and they were getting movies on like a Friday night, and he was pulling out cash, and when he like pulled out stuff, and I mean like a big bag of cocaine fell on the counter at Blockbuster, and he grabbed it, he was like, whoop, like put it back in his pocket, and I was like, oh my god, this is such a weird job. It's like not in the best neighborhood, and like, oh man, it was. But I used to watch, like I watched so many movies, and then after you work there, I worked there for about a year, and then like after a while, you like run out of shit to watch, and you start watching like really weird foreign movies and weird horror movies, and yeah, it was such a gnarly time.
I wish I got that job when I was a kid.
I still have my I still have my badge, my name tag, and people, my friends used to call me Bust. They called me Busta B. It started with Blockbuster Blake, and then it turned into Busta B. And so I have like my old Blockbuster badge, and it says Busta B on it.
Even crackheads like movies.
Yeah. Hey, you got to do something when you're not sleeping.
So apparently there was a
yes,
ton.
I remember those X-Men VHS tapes, man.
Yeah, apparently I don't remember those. I wasn't cool enough to be doing that.
Oh, dude, they had like the VHS case had like red and gold foil. They looked really cool, and I think there was two. There was two VHSs, and they each had 2 episodes of X-Men on them. And then they also had like a little mini comic, and they had some cups. Yeah, I'll have to rebrand. Oh fuck! I have so much. Everybody's gonna be mad. All those people that bought Blake's Buzz shirts, suckers.
Well, the ones that have the B2, you're still B2.
Oh yeah, still Busta B.
So that one's
sticks.
The B stuff is, well, I don't know. Busta B sounds like you could be a member of the Wu-Tang Clan. Their mascot is a bee. I think we've come full circle here.
What's the revolutions of Kevin Bacon, or 7 steps of Kevin Bacon, or what's it called?
7. I don't know.
Oh, you know what else came out in 95? Windows 95.
I don't know that that's true.
I don't.
I don't think it is, dude.
Yeah, it probably came out in 94, right?
Yeah.
Playboy became legal again.
Playboy was illegal?
Apparently.
That's weird. Oh no, you're right. July 14th. 1995 was when it was released to manufacturers, and August 24th. Did Tupac die in 20? Is it crazy to think that Windows 95 is 27 years old?
That's insane.
It can get, apparently it's the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Thanks, Steven.
So right now, Windows 95, the operating system, can get discounts on rental cars, or can just rent a car. That's what I meant. Their insurance has gone down.
Yeah, that's crazy. What else? I saw something the other day that was like, it was like 20 years old. I was like, man, okay, this is a great thing I just brought up.
Probably a My Chemical Romance album.
Maybe. No, I don't do MCR. I do like Gerard Way though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I love his Doom Patrol.
He makes good comics. Yeah, there's that nice hardcover out I want to get. But it's also all on DC Ultra. It's like now, like I keep looking at these like omnibuses and you know what else they did? They just put Rachel Pollack's Doom Patrol run on DC Ultra too. That's all there. Mm-hmm. The very similar to, at least this is about comics. So like when Annie Nocenti wrote Daredevil, right? She took on the Daredevil gig after Miller, and no one wanted to touch it, right? Because Miller was so prolific and did all these amazing things, and so Annie Nocenti was like, "I'll fucking do it," and she killed it and slayed it and brought all these like politics into it, and then Typhoid Mary and all this stuff, and like Typhoid Mary was like based off of Ramita's ex-girlfriend or something, like that was like super terrible, and she would like come to the Marvel offices sometimes. There's a really great interview where Chip is very influenced by her in his ongoing Daredevil, and he got to interview her, and it's on YouTube. It's a great talk. But anyways,
like interviewing John Romita Jr.'s ex-girlfriend.
No,
interviewing John Romita.
Interviewing Annie Nocenti. And you can, like, Chip's eyes are just like glowing. He's like enamored and infatuated. The whole, like, everything he's like hanging on every word, but she's actually like very brilliant, and like the stuff she says is genius. But anyways, so similar to that, once she ended up having this iconic run that no one else wanted to touch. They didn't want to follow in Miller's footsteps. And so the same thing happened when Grant Morrison finished Doom Patrol. They were like, who the fuck's going to write Doom Patrol after Grant Morrison? And Rachel Pollack came out, and Rachel Pollack was trans and had the first trans superhero. And her run ended up being, like really like influential and iconic. And they just put out, they were going to put out an omnibus and then canceled it. And then I spent some bucks on all the single issues, and I was going to get them custom bound. I've always wanted to do that. And so I was like, this will be the thing that I custom bind. And then right after I get like all the issues shipped, they're like, oh, we're going to put that omnibus out. And it's like $55. So, and I probably spent 150 on the single issues.
Well, I'm proud of you for collecting that.
But it's again, like, it's a really great run that like people did not people didn't want to follow Grant. They were like, it was too good. Like, I'm not, there's too much to live up for. And then she was like, I'll fuck around. And she fucked around and found out and like, is like famous for it. And now of course she's got cancer, and I don't know, she may have passed already, but if not, she's like there, like it's not good. But anyway, that's a really great run. I haven't finished it, but it's really great. It's epic, and that's all on the DC app now that you guys can check out.
Yeah, and Blake and I both use that.
And it's amazing. It's totally worth that $100 a year. Like,
yeah, I'm reading. What am I reading on there right now? I'm reading Lazarus Planet. I read some Superman. I read an Action Comics. They're fine.
The new ones, like the reboot,
yeah,
the Williamson.
Yeah. I wish I would have read Action Comics before I read the Williamson issue.
I read You Need to, yeah.
You don't need to, but it's weird if you don't. So we got about 5 minutes left. So I know you mentioned you got some stuff. Oh, next week we are taking off next week, but Blake will be live on his channel. I will be on spring break, probably with my shirt off, because we'll be in the sun and I'll be getting a tan. I'll probably come back red because I burn very easily.
Where are you going? Florida?
We're going to the Alabama-Florida border. So we'll be in Orange Beach or Gulf Shores. It should be a fun time.
Nice.
Had by all.
Yeah, I'll be here doing Blake's Buzz.
Buzz, baby. Busta B will be live on his channel.
Who am I going to have that? Who's that Tuesday? Oh, Tuesday night I will have Ryan Cady and Andrea Moody. I'm going to have to figure out how to say his name before we go live. That's for sure.
Usually what I do when I want to pronounce somebody's names right, I Google interview with person. Because usually those people will correct it. And a lot of the times, if you go to the big ones, it'll have people pronounce their own name. That's where I found out that Mark Miller's name is Mark Miller. Because he goes, my name is Mark Miller. And dude, when I saw him at C2E2, he got upset, dude. He was like, people call me Millar, but like that's just like the Scottish way to spell this name. And they're like, he was unhappy for a second. It was weird, but I was into it.
I haven't dropped the interview yet, but I interviewed Ed Brisson, and I called him Bryson. And he didn't correct me. And I only said it one. I called him Ed after, but like in the intro, I was like, Ed Bryson on Blake's Buzz. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And then he said his own name, like for some, like in the story he was telling. And I was like, oh fuck. And then someone pointed out to me on Twitter, like in his Twitter bio, it says Ed Brisson sounds like kissing. And I was like, well, I wish I would have saw that. Thanks for pointing that out after the fact.
Love when people put stuff like that and you don't quite get it.
Yeah. Or I guess, I mean, I don't usually read bios.
Yeah, I know that a big thing is because of Kari Andrews, a lot of people mispronounce his name. And I know Chris the Comic Vet always says Kari like Atari, which is kind of confusing because Atari but like it's just the way that the word ends. But we got some new people showing up. What's going on, Marcus?
How's it supposed going? To have
it was weird, but I was into it. Is the most cold thing you can say. All right, cool, dude. That's how I roll.
That's a good pull quote. That would be I would buy a comic book if that had it's like Cole's Comics claims. It was weird, but I was into it. I'd be like, okay, yeah, I'll buy that.
We got Taylor Winder. If he hit a pull quote, it would just say it was fine. But what would you rate this? We didn't do ranks. People are showing up. Kenneth Bird is still here. We're talking Survival Street. This is, loosely it's post-apocalyptic Sesame Street that has some weird political ties, but really it's just, the corporations are becoming towns. There's guns.
What would you rate it? There's a lot of guns, a lot of explosions, a lot of great murdering, a lot of fluff.
What the fluff?
Around. Yeah, what the fluff? I would give this a 9.18 for being a bombastic romp watched in your life, but with Muppets and MAGA caricatures that are just like overblown, chaotic imbeciles that you see every day on the news, but worse. And it takes everything bad about our country and makes it fun and makes you feel dirty for having fun. I'll give it a 9.18.
Gosh, man. So you flipped it to the 10-point scale when
Oh,
I
is it
had,
supposed to be 5?
I don't know. We did 5 last week.
Oh shit.
Yeah, because you did like
Oh, that's right.
4.19. 9.18. Sweet. Man, now you make me have to like change, dude, because I feel like the 10-point scale, like, so it's weird, right? When you look at the 5-point scale, right? I look at it as like the 3 is good, right? 3
Yeah.
is like, you should read this book. But like at the 10-point scale, when you say like 6 doesn't sound good.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
All
why
right.
I like kind of hate the 10-point scale, because it was like, I was gonna call this like a 3.59, but I feel like calling this a 7.1 like doesn't sound as good. So now it's like
I'll adjust to a 4.27.
4.27. Okay, I like that. I'm gonna keep it with the 3.59.
But it's I mean it's good. It's definitely worth getting. And like I said, the trade's going to be out tomorrow. It's a nice 4 issues. It's beautiful. It's bright. It's action like you've never seen in a comic. Well, it's action that you've seen in a comic book, but with fucking Muppets.
With puppets. Yeah, and like that's a hard thing. So I always say, like, I don't know, my thought of rating something is like a 2 is like a book that you would like if you're like this genre, probably. Like a 3 is like, this is a good book. A 4 is like, this is a really good book, and a 5 is like, this is Murder Falcon and Mind Management and Saga.
Yeah, it's not quite there, but it is. It's definitely up there for me, and it's because I just remember when it was solicited, when people were talking about it, because I wasn't on Dark Horse's press list then, like I am now, and I just was like, I was like, this looks crazy, and it did, and I saw some of the art for it, and the covers look great, and then I just that craziness really paid off and reigned supreme.
We just ran the giveaway randomly. I didn't even say that I was doing it. I just did it. We got Trev. Trev won it last week. I think Trev did. He didn't want a prize tag, but somebody else did. But hey, Trev, I still haven't gotten your other thing, so maybe I'm just gonna eventually ship these together from Amazon together. So
Isn't it his birthday or something?
Oh yeah. Also, it was his birthday the other day. So hey, congratulations, Trev. Thanks for hanging out with us. You got it, dude.
Every week he hangs out with us. You can
and also
twice. I'll allow it.
Also, prize tag Comics by the Bay. So Comics by the Bay said he didn't want to read this book, and you prize tag him. So thank you for being awesome. And he's probably I bet he'll come back and he'll say prize tag somebody else, and then it's pretty much I'm just gonna end up buying this book for myself, and then I'm gonna rip it on TV and say it's for YouTube.
You send it to me, I'll take it.
Well, so he prize tagged Durs, and then Durs earlier said that he wanted to prize tag other people. I don't know. One of you guys just have to figure it out.
What a clusterfuck. That's intense.
Yeah. Remember when people didn't want to win comic books?
Yeah. We're just trying to give comic books away. Yeah.
My day, people would let me send them comic books for free and maybe a picture of my feet.
And a sticker. A nice Batman sticker.
We got Callie. Up, guys? Hey, what's going on? I missed yours. Yeah, Handhole sounds interesting. So this is a book about puppets. And there was a joke that we made early on that one of the comments was kind of weird because they're walking around freely by themselves. But one of their things they said, stick it in your handhole. Yeah. And Steve's wishing everybody a good week. I do too. I think we're at the over the hour mark. So we're probably going to cut it out. Blake's got stuff going on this week. I got stuff going on. Just kidding. I probably don't. I don't know. I might. I don't know.
Yeah. Tune in tomorrow with Tyler Crook, artist on he did Harrow County with Cullen Bunn. He's got a new Dark Horse book. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. And then Dave Dwanch, co-writer of Jenny Zero and some other stuff. We're going to talk about his new books on Thursday. And yeah, that's what I got going on this week. And then I got on Sunday, I will be on X's for Show talking about Daredevil and Punisher. I got a whole bunch of Daredevil homework to do to try and impress some people. I'm basically reading Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil run from the beginning because I don't have enough shit to do.
So the first person, I don't know. We'll figure this out. I'll send it to somebody randomly. Maybe we'll figure it out.
We could do another giveaway. Can't you run it again? And anybody who commented will automatically be in it.
I mean, we can, but maybe I'll just. I guess. All right, dude, you're making this the worst.
All right, here we go again.
Now the person that wins it isn't going to be here. They're going to be like, "Oh, I won those. It must have been pretty cool."
What would be funny
Dude,
is if they want to give it away to somebody else would be better.
Okay, 22 won. You said you wanted to give it to 22. I think he's not here, but hey, he got into it, so we'll just say that 22 wins. Whee! I have the address, so I'll just ship it to him, and I'll just like, I'll leave the note on the Google thing that just says, "Picture this being pictures of my feet." That's it.
Sorry, nobody wanted this amazing comic. That's shocking. It was. I thought it was really good.
But next week, we're not talking about a book, and so the following week, it's going to be week 10.
Is that when we're doing the Kate Vanish?
Oh, is that? Oh yeah, we might be talking Vanish. Vanish might be coming out, so maybe we'll be talking Vanish Volume 1. You guys want to get Vanish? Where's Durs? Comics by the Bay can come in and he can get really upset that we're talking Vanish.
He doesn't like it?
Just don't say anything and send it as is. No name. I don't know. He was just talking about how like he thinks some people like Vanish more than maybe Vanish deserves. Vanish is a good book though.
I haven't read it, so I love Stegman's art, and I think everything he does just looks better and better and better. It's just crazy. It's like he's like Daniel Warren, man. Like every new book Daniel Warren Johnson does looks better. It's like, how can you keep getting better? You're already the best. It's insane.
All right. I'm Cole. He's Blake. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey, Ryan Stegman, you liked one of my tweets. Thanks. Bye.